Hey everyone. So this is just gonna be sort of a whispered ramble thing. Um, Obviously, a lot of the things I'm making right now are just kind of cathartic or something to do for fun late at night, but I think this video especially is gonna be for me. So it's gonna be softly spoken about this tenor, continuing onwards. Um, yeah, it's just it's just tough. Feels like you're always trying to prep for the future while fighting the past, and I can't get too into everything because there are personal details I'd rather not reveal, and other people would rather I didn't reveal, but it just feels like it just feels so hard to be positive and to meet the goals I've set and to really accomplish anything. And it sucks especially because I'd been doing so well for so long, and I'd just been, you know, killing it. I was doing great. I had a new job I'd been working at for now it's been more than a few months. I was doing great in that. I've been learning a whole bunch. I've been transitioning well into my new position. But I don't know whether I want to say these past 2 weeks or these past month, maybe 3 weeks, have just been just killer for personal reasons and otherwise. They've just been really, really, really rough. And I feel so out of energy all the time, and that means I'm lazy and I eat bad food and I drink a shit ton of soda, and that leads to me being more lazy, and it's a whole thing. And I'm not happy about it, but I'm not upset enough to go out of my way to do anything about it, is the thing. You know, because there's a difference between being so upset about it, being so upset that you're not happy about it and you wish it were different, and going out of your way to change it. There's a difference between wishing there was no poverty, sadness, hunger in the world, and going out and volunteering to fix that. There's a difference between loving someone so much that you would be there for them forever, and then loving someone so much that you would let them go be happy somewhere else without you. If you love something, set it free. That sort of analogy. There's a big difference there. And I guess what really sucks about that is I'm now realizing that I'm not at a place where I care enough to change it. And I will be in due time. I'll turn around and I'll fix everything and I'll make it okay and I'll recover as I always do. But and it's just a process. But saying that out loud and even knowing it completely cognitively means that doesn't mean that it's all gonna just magically wash away. And there's always that little bit of um, unchangeable, logicless fear and worry and anxiety because humans need that to be alive, and we evolved with that. What also sucks is that, you know, everyone has problems. We all have real things we have to deal with that affect us negatively. But I've got some friends going through some really tough situations right now, and some other people, some other family members going through some really tough stuff right now, and I know I shouldn't be comparing myself to them, and I don't usually, but it feels like I'm so fortunate, and I'm so very lucky to be where I am. Even though I've worked for it, there are opportunities that come my way that many people don't get. Even just being who I am as a person, a white male in the United States, you know, already that's pretty high ranking as far as rights and everything goes. Social order, all that. But that doesn't mean my job doesn't stress me out any less, Their terrible, horrible, no good situation, I shouldn't be comparing that to mine. That's not fair. It doesn't help. And when they're going through things, that means I also can't go to some of my friends and my family members with these kinds of feelings because, well, I could, but I don't want to burden them with that. And I find that listening to others' problems and just having them ramble to me for half an hour is very cathartic for me, and it helps me process my own things in addition to helping them. I've also found that the people that I would go to and feel close enough to personally to speak with about these things are A, having those big problems that, mine in some ways pale in comparison to, and B, I don't think they get that cathartic response that I do. I think for them, they're introverted in that sense, or I'm extroverted in that sense. I gain energy from it, while they have to give energy to do it. And of course, that's probably just me overanalyzing anyway. I know I can go to them with anything. They're great people. But, there's also things that I don't want to talk about and things that I don't want to say to anyone. Things that I'd rather take to the grave, as stupid as they are. I don't know. It's hard to tell, even when you're in a prosperous place. It's hard to tell whether or not you're doing enough. And where your best is, and what is truly within you, and how do you really, really perform to your highest state. Because there are a lot of nights where I go to bed and I feel like a failure. And I'm 20. I'm 20 years old. And I'm working a full-time job, like a salaried, great position with good benefits and good pay and, infinite amounts of knowledge to learn. I don't know. Everything feels... I don't even want to say that it feels big. I'm trying to find a better word than that. threatening, maybe. Big, scary. It feels. Everything feels impactful. That's what it is. All these things that are here right now, and the place where I'm at, and everything that's going on right now. I feel. I feel like it's gonna have a huge impact, and it's gonna change everything, and that it's make or break time, but I just don't know how to. I've never had to be so self sufficient and, you know, be my own drive and make the hard choices and do the things, and it just sucks. Because, quite frankly, I'm not very good at that. And I hate admitting that, but internal accountability is really hard for me. Which is ironic, because I feel like I've taken tests that have said the opposite, but also what it might be is, I mean, if I'm a questioner, and I just do what I think is right every single time, does that mean I don't see the value in the things that I should be doing? Does that mean that I don't get it? Does that mean I'm screwing up, or am I right? I'm probably not on some things, but I mean, everyone keeps saying relax, slow down, breathe, but quite frankly, I'm already doing all those things, and I feel like I'm far behind. Can't even drink, and I feel like I should have a mortgage. And I'm sure this has definitely fallen from very relatable to a couple people, and incredibly personal, but I mean, everyone around me in my life, everyone who I spend 40 hours a week with, is married or divorced with kids. Every single one. I went to a house party last week and played air guitar in some Airbnb. I got my hair braided 3 times. A girl said if she wasn't in a relationship, she'd be like, DTF. Meanwhile, my bosses went to Colorado to ski last week, and the week before, or then the couple months before, they went to Europe for a huge trip for their family. And I just, it's hard because this is not going to be very relatable for a lot of people, but there's a book that exists in the real estate world called MREA, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Literally, if you read that book and do everything it says, you'll make $1 million in real estate. That's it, bottom line. But to do everything that book says, you'd have to be a maniac. I mean, well and truly, you'd have to be a maniac. It's it's simple, you know? Call enough people to get enough appointments, to get enough listings, to go to enough closings to get paid $1 million. Do enough work to make $1 million. But I know that all the rules are there, and all the books are there, and all the knowledge is there, just for the taking. And it really is. Buy the 5 best books on investments and on, buy the 5 best books on stock trading, the 5 best books on real estate, the 5 best books on flipping houses. You can start a career. The only problem is how hard are you willing to work? How accountable can you be? And I do feel like I could do more, but I also know that feeling's never going to go away, because that's just who I am. If you listened this far in, I'm surprised you didn't give up halfway through, because it got super personal instead of being kind of general and relatable. So, cheers to you. I hope you're sleeping, or if not, resting well, and hopefully you got the cathartic response that I like so much. Either way, no matter how you feel, where you are, what you've done, what you're doing, who you are, whatever, you're a person with value. And if you've made a mistake, learn and grow from it. If you're not working hard enough, or you're not this or that, you can change that, and you have the power to. I don't want to make it out to be easy, but it is simple. Thanks again. Sleep easy, folks.